on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank. Member FDIC. Tonight's show is also brought to you by Zeppos, the home for the Cougar Coaches Show, where the Palouse comes to play and eat. Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Proud partner of Washington State Athletics. And by Redbox, the official at-home movie partner of the Pac-12. Visit redbox.com now for new movies and thousands more. Now, let's talk Washington State basketball. Live from Zeppos with Cougar head coach Kyle Smith, here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
Here we are back in the football stadium. We're not at Zeppos, unfortunately. This is a Zeppos situation. We love Zeppos. We can't wait to get back. We're live here from the Martin Stadium, Geisa Field football press box once again. Coach, great to throw a headset on you. We don't have ball from this past week to talk about, but what was this past week for the team? Were you able to practice? Who was available? What's the status of the team? What's the update? What's the state of the program?
I think we're close to full go now, so that's a good thing. But it's just today, actually, is really where
is that right?
And that possibly yesterday. I guess we've had enough. But it's been wild because we had about 4 guys up until Saturday that were able to practice, and so we're just doing individual workouts with 4 guys, getting lifting in, trying to keep their conditioning. So I won't reveal which 4 because they're our best conditioned ones by far. So we're trickling in there. I don't know, don't really know what to expect tomorrow, but it's just good that there should be no more breaks. This is it. We've gone through it. There's 2 guys, or maybe 2 guys, 2 coaches that haven't been hit yet, so if they do, we can keep it going. Hope it doesn't happen.
Sure,
that'd be great.
Knocking on wood, or the
porcelain,
whatever this table is here. Knock on my head. That does put an interesting set a bit of pressure on this game in a unique way. You haven't had a full squad to practice for a week, conditioning,
everything. To just contact it when we had one. Like I said yesterday, we went pretty hard, and really the only time we've played 5-on-5 since Cal. So that's so we're gonna see what's up. We don't have no idea. And then today we just made a conscious choice. It's like we can either go at it today after going hard, or we can try to prep and hopefully we're just everything we got tomorrow night, and hopefully get back on the schedule after that, because we do get Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then play Sunday. So we'll probably take Thursday off, but have another good healthy practice coming off a game. Hopefully we just compete hard. Because I really, like I said, you're never in this situation. Feels like we've been here a couple times. We went out and played. Was it Colorado? We went out and played. We were sick. We've had 2 breaks. We missed the UW
South
game.
Dakota State, and then
that was sick. Hold on, that was flu.
Right. Yeah.
Then we went COVID-1, and then we got COVID-2. This was COVID-2. COVID-1 was UW.
It's oddly hard to keep track.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. I think we played Colorado after COVID-1. Am I correct?
Yeah,
and we were shorthanded there, and weren't we missing somebody? Yeah, we didn't have Noah.
And then he flew to Salt
Lake. Yeah. So we went, and we played pretty well. So that's hope that we didn't guard Gray, but it was a close game, and then we came up with a win at Utah.
It was a 5-point game in Boulder without.
Yeah, we played pretty well. We were up a lot in the second half. So who knows?
Yeah, and gosh, like you said, it's not the first time, but also. We've talked about reintegrating one guy at a time, but
it's just not.
It's the whole squad. It's the whole squad. Utah's had a tough year. They're 1-9 in the pack. They were. This is the first rematch of the year in the pack so far. So
we've only played 6 games.
I know, which is also kind of hard, a head scratcher, because they're the 3 games that have been missed. So Washington, we're still waiting on a date on that, by the way, aren't we?
I think we got some tentative
stuff,
but I don't want to comment.
All right, we don't need to
break
any news, but that's good to hear, though.
I'm happy that 2 of the 3 potentially have been. There's some dates, and so
all Pacific Northwest rivals.
Yep.
The Cougs need to play the Huskies, the Ducks, and the Beavers.
Yep.
And
hopefully, just like I said, hopefully they lock in those dates and find a date for the third one. I don't know if the third one's because they're probably making up some other stuff. I don't envy what the conference office, Jamie Zinovich, and I don't envy what they're trying to do. And there's no one ends up happy on these deals, and it's
right.
It's going to be a disadvantage for some group or both groups. Both of them. Bottom line, whoever's playing we got a bad deal.
Yeah,
and it's it's kind of bad for everyone, but it doesn't matter. The stress and not be able to plan for things makes it challenging.
Let me ask you this, without getting into dates and stuff. Are they locking in locations? Like those were road games at Oregon and Oregon State, and then it was a home game against the Huskies. Does that stick?
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay, because that's a key part of that.
That's a great point, because I thought we would finish up the season like Oregon State at home on Thursday, Oregon home on Saturday, and then Oregon on Monday at home. Kind of like they scheduled us last year.
Right.
So I thought that was what would happen. I thought that'd be the natural.
Yeah, sure.
Just because
there
there's precedence.
Yeah, you get them home. Yeah.
There's precedence that we go bang, 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 but it didn't.
Little lobbying going on here on the show. That's okay.
I just throwing it out there. There's precedence.
Pleading his case. Right.
There's precedence before. I'm sure Coach Altman, he's been in this league 12, 13 years, whatever. I'm sure he had no problem. He didn't want to travel back and forth. Just lock it down right here in the residence.
Yeah, sure.
Lock it down, the residence in, and let's go. Let's play two. We go Sunday, Monday.
Or just Sunday.
Sunday.
How about Sunday? Go noon, go 7 p.m., just run it back.
Now you're talking.
Right?
Yep. Just do it. Like
AAU.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. These guys.
I've told her guys it's like AAU basketball.
Well, I kind of laugh and I know that legs do give out, and you want to be fresh, and you want to, Wednesday, Sunday is interesting in its own way. Thursday, Saturday is really different, right? This week's a Wednesday, Sunday. Yeah. But guys play like 7 hours a day at AAU.
Yeah.
Like they're playing,
But here I got to pause.
Please.
Have you ever watched what the third game looks like?
A little sloppy.
A
little sloppy. Not a lot of D. Not a lot of defense.
Oh, it's gross.
The data analytics don't bear out the great metrics.
It's really gross. And I fear we'll see some of that. Just because you're going to have a lot of teams playing 3 games a week. And it's great because there's so many people like, I don't watch NBA because those guys don't play hard. I'm like, those guys play 82 games.
82 games, right.
They travel. They'll play 4 in a week. They'll play 3 in a week. They're almost never less than 3 a week.
Play a game, red eye somewhere.
Yeah, play that next day.
Yeah, play the next day. Yeah.
So you think it's going to look good every day? Those guys are phenomenal athletes. They take care of their bodies. And I said, that's just as good as it gets if you're going to do that 82 times.
In the association, is it right to say that the scheme is way more complex than people realize also? Like they're doing things. It's not just clear outs all the time. It's not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're really smart. That's what I don't think people understand is that the guys that don't pick up things, they don't survive. There's a lot of, obviously athleticism, skill, they're big, long, but there's some guys that you'll wonder, why didn't that guy make it? And there are schemes and like the defensive coverage, like they get traded and they pick up stuff quick, and unfortunately, from my perspective, there's not enough originality where teams are playing a certain way and they have their own little calls and stuff. But you have to be able to do it on the fly, and they're all pretty gifted that way.
You'd prefer more variance of scheme as opposed?
Yeah, just more fun. Yeah, the rules and everything kind of it's gotten better. It used to be where you couldn't play zone at all, and it was just ISO. That was kind of and that was my Rockets won 2 championships because they would literally load up the weak side of the floor with 3 guys, and they couldn't move, and you just got to play. Olajuwon got to play one-on-one down there, so
that'll work. Yeah,
So that wasn't fun. And then Jordan was kind of the same deal. They could ISO him wherever.
Sure, that'll work too.
He was unguardable either way.
Right. Yeah, that's what made years ago, and it's not a great memory for Coug fans, but pregame the Cheez-It Bowl was the triple option against the air raid. Yeah. It was we will not throw the ball versus we will not run the ball. I mean, that's awesome. You're not going to find
that's college. Yeah, it's fun. There's a few the same thing, and that's sort of like some of these mid-major programs guys have been doing for 20 years. Like I think St. Mary's, Davidson, they have a very unique style of play they've been doing it. So they're not going to change. They can't change. The guy, but it's really hard to prepare. South Dakota State, classic example. We don't need to be. I said none of them next year.
Right.
South Dakota State because this doesn't prepare us for league at all. This is 5 out, 5 guards.
I think shoot. Are they like 17-2 by the way? I think
they haven't lost.
I think they haven't lost.
Before.
Yeah,
they haven't lost. I don't think them or Boise have lost since we played.
Boise's been hot. I saw New Mexico State's way up there too, like 15-2.
Have any of those teams lost since we played them? They lost one. Who did they lose to?
Sam Houston. Yeah, they got picked
they
off.
beat him. Oh, no, yeah, that's good for him. I know my buddy down there.
There you go.
He called me about him, Coach Jason Hooten.
There you go. Yeah.
I should have followed up, said how they did. Maybe I gave him good intel. I said the guy.
Teddy Allen.
Yeah, I said he's good.
Yeah.
I said he's good.
He's a good player.
He was hard to guard.
Yeah.
Do something with him.
Shoots better than Timmy. A little smaller, but can really shoot it.
I think he's same. I think he's thicker.
He might be a little thick.
Not as rangy.
I thought Timmy was a little taller, but I might be wrong.
I mean, they're about the same height.
Yeah.
Timmy's
speaking of former Utah Ute, Timmy Allen, who's now at Texas.
Yep.
7:00 tip tomorrow against the Utes.
Yep.
Wednesday night, so 6:30 airtime. Last week, Coach, we went pretty heavy. We're going to take a break now.
Yeah,
and my studio host is going to thank me. Because we backloaded breaks. So
you know what? Don't look at me that way.
Well,
it's not my responsibility.
Listen, it's the coach's show. It's the coach's show.
You got to have a little more.
Either plural or possessive.
I think the word we use is stones.
Okay.
You got to have a little more.
All right. Be a little more forceful.
Let me figure. A little more forceful.
All right. We'll do it. We'll take a break, Coach. Yeah. That's all right. We'll take a break. We'll do it. We're live here talking ball here in the football stadium. It's the coach's show with Kyle Smith. We got the Utes. We got the Mountain Schools coming into town. It's tomorrow night, 6:30 airtime. Take a break.
All right.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
The football playoffs are finally here. Time to get off the sidelines and into the all-new Turf Club Sportsbook. Straight bets, prop bets, parlays, and more. All in a modern game day lounge with plush recliners, food, and drink service. Don't just watch the games, get your piece of the action. Grab a few friends and huddle up now at Turf Club Sportsbook, the ultimate game changer. Only at Northern Quest.
You're listening to Cougar Basketball on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
It's a new season. Get ready for more men's and women's college sports excellence. Trophies will be awarded in June to schools who take the top spot in the 2021-22 Learfield Directors Cup. The premier award recognizes one winning institution in all competitive divisions. Follow your favorite team's progress as seasonal standings are announced at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at directorscup.org. The crowning achievement in college athletics.
This is Cougar Basketball.
Flowers, step back three, hand in his face, he buries it. Williams to the right, bucket with a two-handed dunk.
Join us all season as Kyle Smith and the Cougs look to make some noise in the Pac-12 and beyond.
Babagidi all the way to the bucket for a skyscraper. Beats it. Gay with a tomahawk, puts it home, and the foul.
It's only on your home for Cougar Basketball, the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. Put your trust in a bank that's been focused on serving the people and businesses in Washington and all across the country since 1863. That's U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. With Coach Smith, here's Matt Chazanow.
Back here live, we're in the football stadium talking ball here with Kyle Smith, head basketball coach for the Cougs. Big Mountain School week. Cougs are 10-7, 3-3 in the pack. Have the Utes on Wednesday and then the Buffaloes on Sunday, and also 3 games to make up the Pacific Northwest rivals. So those are kind of pending. We'll jam those in the schedule somehow, some way. Ducks, Beavers, and Huskies. I want to take it off this court for a moment.
Okay, sure.
One of the things I haven't really asked you about, and I'd like to pick your brain on, is how has COVID – and maybe this year, how's it affected like guys going out on the road, Derek Phelps, Jim Shaw, John Andrzejek, guys going out on the road, and what's AAU been like? For, how do you go see kids? Are tournaments? Do you show up in a city and then tournament got canceled because of COVID, or what's that been like for you?
Well, first of all, I don't know if we did New Year's resolutions on this show.
I don't think we can do that if you want to go on the record.
Well, one of my third New Year's resolution was no more COVID small talk. So should we just nip this?
Well, we can just okay.
I mean, I'm done with COVID.
Oh,
all right.
That's good.
No,
That's good.
Honestly, it hasn't been. It hasn't been. I'll elaborate. It really hasn't been that big of a difference.
Yeah.
Or the schedule and stuff, but mask up and kind of travel, and But however, we might have had we might have sent someone on the road during that COVID-1 break. I don't think Dr. Henry, we kind of, it was kind of,
threaded the
we didn't really think, and I was like, wait, that might have been, because we're going to be off, and we're like, go.
Yeah, right.
And then I was like,
whoops,
wait a second,
yeah.
they probably not what we should be doing, so that was our one. That was my bad, Dr. Henry.
Well,
but so you know that my New Year's resolution, there's a penance now. I got to go do 4 sets of 50 sit-ups and 50 push-ups.
Well, you're welcome. I mean, that's for health and wellness.
I've already hit the Peloton twice today.
Are you a Peloton guy?
A big Peloton guy.
Are you into the classes and you do the whole thing?
I'm into. Yeah, I did the David Bowie one, like a 30-minute where I like that.
So admittedly, I know specifically.
Yeah,
my wife just got one, so we just she's these.
I heard there's an Ally Love one that does a Prince bit.
I don't know, so I'm new to the club.
Get in,
but
get in.
I like it.
Oh yeah,
I like it.
It's hard to get me to work out, but I found my niche.
This is it. Yeah.
We'll see. It's going.
We'll see how long it lasts.
We're 25 days into it.
That's pretty good, though. Listen, that's a month basically. That's not bad.
I'm not you when it comes to workouts.
Well, listen, we're all doing our own thing. We're all trying. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But the difference between me and you is non-PEDs for me.
That's right. Right. Keep it clean. Yeah. You don't want to pop positive.
I saw you jumping them down. Ortiz got in the Hall of Fame. And you were like, yeah.
Bonds
Broadcasting Hall of Fame it's in play.
Bonds
it's in play, Chad. PEDs.
I don't know that helps the cause for me.
I think it does.
I don't know.
I think we've all. There's some hidden. There's some shirtless shots in.
Oh,
Chaz.
We need a break. We need to take a break for sure. We're way off. We're way off.
What were we talking about before?
I
got it. We covered it. It was just the start of the COVID.
I just didn't know. I didn't know.
Just know my COVID small talk thing is. I'm serious.
You're trying to will it into existence. You're going to end it. You're going to.
It's just spread it, man. It's like a Seinfeld episode. You can't mention it.
Yeah. That's pretty. Hey, earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Plus, Turf Club Sportsbook's now open. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com.
Is Northern Quest aware that we have athletes too?
What do you mean?
They just roll with Drew Timmy 24/7.
Oh, we could talk to him about.
I mean, evidently they sponsor a show. I mean, I don't know. I might have been in violation. I didn't say a violation.
I don't
know. I just see Drew Timmy out there a lot.
I think we could talk about that now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're
part of the situation.
Am I NIL? Is that part of my NIL?
Northern Quest is.
Yeah, I got to look at I need to talk to my agent.
I think this is part of the deal. Yeah, right. I think this is a package situation.
Or how about me and Timmy? Forget few.
Just get the whole region.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, we could throw Cooper Cup in there and get all the schools. How about Cooper Cup, by the way?
Now we're talking what I've been talking
I know you're trying to talk. Your boy Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, let's talk about Jimmy
G.
I think if anyone was watching the show and understood that I went hard, that was going to get done, and I'm a great regular season Aaron Rodgers fan all the way. Postseason 11-10, career 1 Super Bowl.
Wow, gauntlet dropped. Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Respect. Jimmy Garoppolo 4-1 postseason career.
There it is.
What happens when he gets the Rams?
What do you think?
It's done.
Is he going to win the Super Bowl?
It's going to be right there in SoFi.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Wow, there it is. There it is. Niners Super Bowl.
I've been on this. My wife's been on this. We've been there the whole time.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
the guy just wins 35-14 career. He just got to stay healthy. And he's not healthy.
I feel like every league of any kind, like whatever your league is, like PGA Tour, NASCAR, horse racing, like whatever, Turf Club, right?
Yeah.
Looked at the NFL this past weekend and said, that's it, right? Great games, super competitive, parity. You got Buffalo and Green Bay and, San Francisco and, just awesome. Like,
absolutely.
It was, and the ratings reflected that, right?
I have no idea.
They did.
I was actually out recruiting.
50 million people watched
the
Bills game. Did you not see it?
I saw the very end, last 2 minutes in the overtime, but that's all I saw. I didn't even get to see. I listened to a little of Jimmy G.
Which broadcast?
Whatever I was driving to Popeye's fried chicken.
Okay.
I was like, I had to go to the game. I had that chicken sandwich on my mind. And I was just listening to the game. Yeah. And then I had to go back and watch the game. My recruiting coordinator's here. He doesn't know. He doesn't let me take breaks. I was there from 8 a.m. till midnight.
I've heard that of Derek Roble, taskmaster as a recruiting coordinator. He sets up the whole logistics. It's tight. It keeps it tight.
He doesn't understand. I'm a grinder, man. He's like, you're going in Friday night. The Rockets are playing the Warriors. Man, we'll get you tickets there.
Love that.
I'm like,
love that.
Like, bro, I work. I go to the gym. I do
love
my
it.
job.
I love it. I love it.
Do my job.
Oh, it's phenomenal. That's like
All
Mike
good.
Leach. Do your job. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
No
lead.
question.
All right, let's do this. Let's take a break, come back. Let's get trivia fired up here. Middle of the show.
Middle?
Just about.
It's been flying.
Just about. Yeah, just about. We're on the cusp of the middle. We'll take a break.
Double break? Can we go double break?
That's kind of what I think we're trying to avoid that because we
usually save it for the end, the
I
double
know.
break. But I thought maybe go mid-double break. You might have something cooking.
Hopefully we're not.
Can you wrap this up and get us to the break?
All right, we'll do that. We'll take a break. We'll talk with Coach Smith next. Trivia.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics.
The airport connects Cougar fans and alums to 22 major centers throughout the West with over 50 daily departures to 22 nonstop destinations served by AHA, Alaska, Allegiant, American, Delta, Frontier, Southwest, and United Airlines.
Real-time arrival and departure flight information is available at www.spokaneairports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Your home for Cougar basketball.
Deep three bucket. Rise and a crush.
The Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Coug fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show.
Lots of the bucket and a two-handed skyscraper jam.
Live from Zeppo's with Cougar head coach Kyle Smith, here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
Back at it live here. We're talking ball with Kyle Smith. We'll try and get trivia booted up here in just a moment as we've got to get the questions loaded up here. A minor technical malfunction. So, the only issue, my main issue with last week with the question was one of them was downright inaccurate, and I apologized to all those involved, right? We had the wrong nation of origin of one of our fine foreign players. We flipped it to the correct individual, to Efe, as opposed to Muhammad. So, we're trying to keep it in line here, Coach. The crack statistical staff, those who are checking such things, like the Jeopardy show.
Well, that's how Tony Reale started.
Yeah, that's right. I guess, right? Yeah, he was like the PTI
heirs. They'd go, "Hey, Tony,"
yeah,
and he'd correct them.
Yeah,
so Roble should be your job.
We could get him. We need it. Get him. Oh, here we go.
End of the show. Goes
good.
End of the show. It's like, what did we miss?
That's right. Yeah,
she would have been like, "Efe's actually from Nigeria, Chaz. You've only been broadcasting for 2 years. It's Delta State, Nigeria."
All right, we're good now. We got the questions all fired up. Zach back in studio. Fire that music. Let's get Coach. Let's get the blood pressure. There it is. Blood pressure's higher. Okay. Conferences have shifted and realigned since the beginning of conferences.
Sure.
The Pacific Coast Conference eventually morphed into today's Pac-12. Eventually.
Yep.
Right?
I did not know that, but yeah.
Pacific Coast Conference, so it was like 1912 to like 59.
Because I was thinking the PCAC, which was Vegas.
Yeah, it's different. Yep,
I know.
deal.
When the Pacific Coast Athletic Conference.
I don't know that one.
Anyway, it became the Big West.
That's interesting, and it is interesting to see like random. South Carolina was an ACC school, and then they flipped to the SEC. Yeah, the Gamecocks were an ACC. So anyway, which two current Big Sky schools were early PCC members? And it's just kind of an interesting little factoid.
I'm just going to go right off. My gut says Montana and Montana State.
You are half correct. So
Montana and Idaho.
That's spot on. That is exactly right. Exactly right. Very impressive. Zach, give him a little ding here.
That's a half ding.
Give him a ding. There it is. Yeah. Well done. Idaho and Montana.
That's interesting. You know what? That makes sense.
Yeah. So it actually, the last, and there's all kinds of fun, old, like, half-century old rivalry, but also a controversy. Oregon and UCLA used to battle their politics.
Sure.
UCLA was late to the game. It was actually like Oregon and Oregon State, and the Cougs were really early in there. So the whole thing is actually really interesting history. All right. Question number 2. From 2010 to 2013, so 3 seasons.
What was that for?
It was for 10, 11, 12, and then 13, if you will. A Coug led the pack in scoring for 3 straight years.
Okay.
Can you name them? And the hint is it's 2 guys. So one of these players. Yeah, that's correct. That's one of those 2.
Oof. And a modem.
That's correct. That is spot on. You're on fire. Let's give him a dig. Oh, absolutely. 100%. Well done. Very well done. Question number 3. To go over the hump and be above 500 because you're 2 for 2. There is a current Pac player who is tied for the second most college basketball games ever played in a career.
Second most.
He's a 2-time transfer. It's kind of a hint because this is not an easy question. 2-time transfer. He's playing for one of the schools in California.
Oh, wow. You threw me off.
Can you name this player?
I've played 2 times.
2-time transfer. He's in.
It's Goodwin.
Wow. Nailed it. Very impressed. Give him a ding. Zach, give him a ding. Very good.
I was going to say Mike Flowers.
That's really good.
Mike Flowers had a chance.
Yeah. Chavez Goodwin has played 157 college games.
He's not done. Keep him going.
Yeah. The all-time leader, for what it's worth, Jordan Bohannon at Iowa, is at like 163 or 162 or something like that.
This guy's got 5 full seasons.
Amazing. It's amazing.
And it's a 6th year.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Okay, so you're now above 500 for sure.
I like these trivia questions. You're my wheelhouse.
You're crushing it. You're crushing it. All right, going back to 1985. This is question number 4.
Wow.
So to be clear,
Derek Martin.
No, no, that's good.
It's a little early, a little late for that.
So nothing earlier.
Richardson.
That's incorrect. Although actually a really good guess for what this will be. Nothing before 1985. That's important here because it would change it. So 85. So kind of contemporary. 85 to current. 85.
Reggie Miller.
Going back to 1985, this Pac player had the highest per-game scoring average in a season. He's a Pac guy.
Pac guy from 85.
From 85 to now, who had the highest per-game scoring total?
What single season?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get this. I'm going to throw out.
It's not super easy, but you'll be like, oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, I know this guy scored a bajillion points, but I don't think it was McLean.
No, it's not Don. It's not Don. No. But great guess. I mean,
20, Eddie House.
Great guess. Also, no, Terrell Brandon. For the Ducks. Terrell Brandon for the Ducks. 26 points a game. The reason the 85 and earlier is key is because Lou Alcindor, he was more per game, but it's.
I didn't even think about Alcindor being that
different era.
Prolific. I mean, I know he's.
Yeah. All right. And
26 is a lot.
Yeah, it's 26 a game.
That's a lot.
He did it in 1991, and I believe, I might be mistaken, I believe for 1 year, he and Eggs were in Cleveland together.
Yeah.
And Steve Kerr was as well. So on their bench, not playing was like Kerr, Brandon, Elo was ahead of them,
Price,
and they traded Brandon to
Phoenix.
Gosh, he had Milwaukee. Was it Milwaukee? He had I should know.
Where did he go?
Or did they trade Kerr? No, they traded Kerr and kept Brandon. That's what they did because Brandon had really big years in Cleveland. That's what they did.
Did Price retire? Or they moved them
Great
along?
question. I don't know the answer.
Yeah, I
to
think
that.
they were together for a minute. Anyway.
Maybe together. I think so. Brandon stayed. That's what it was. Brandon stayed. Heck of
makes
a
sense.
26 a game in 91. It's
good
for
pro.
the Duck. Really, really good. Really good. All right, fifth question, which has nothing to do with anything ever. Which planet is so light, not bright, but light in terms of weight that it would float in water? If you were to put the planet in water, which one is so light that it actually would?
Jupiter.
Incorrect, but as good a guess as any. Saturn apparently would float in water if you were to put it in there. Coach, well done.
Not far. Jupiter's close to Saturn.
There you go. That's good. It's all relative, I suppose. That's great. That's good.
That was a lot of liquid.
That's great.
There was a lot of gaseous.
Love it.
I was really going. The atmosphere is very
it.
gaseous. I thought it was just light.
I think you really showed your stuff tonight, Coach. If I may say so.
Yeah.
Really, really excel.
Appreciate the compliment.
Excel. Totally excel. All right, we'll take a break. Come back. We're live here talking all kinds of things. Talking ball. Just got
That was a long trivia session.
Yeah,
There's a lot of questions.
It was 5. Which is pretty typical.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we need
That's what we do.
Yeah,
We can shorten it down. We can shorten it if you want to. We can shorten it.
No, I like you prefer that than talking basketball.
We'll take a break. Come back next.
Don't miss the mythic and emotionally charged hero's journey, Dune, starring Timothée Chalamet, Oscar Isaac, Jason Momoa, and Zendaya. Now available at Redbox. Paul Atreides is a brilliant young man born into a great destiny. To ensure the future of his people, he travels to the most dangerous planet in the universe, where hostile forces explode into conflict over the planet's exclusive supply of a precious resource capable of unlocking humanity's greatest potential. Only those who can conquer their fear will survive. Watch Dune and make it a Redbox night. Visit redbox.com for all the ways to watch.
The football playoffs are finally here. Time to get off the sidelines and into the all-new Turf Club Sportsbook. Straight bets, prop bets, parlays, and more. All in a modern game day lounge with plush recliners, food, and drink service. Don't just watch the games, get your piece of the action. Grab a few friends and huddle up now at Turf Club Sportsbook, the ultimate game changer. Only at Northern Quest.
This is Cougar Basketball from Learfield.
Woo! Got my nachos, got my big TV, and my favorite chair. It's game time. But the only thing that would make it a little better is if I could listen to my local broadcasters while watching the game.
Ah, hello. You must have wished for your game to be synced with TV and radio.
I sure did.
Do you have a DVR?
You bet.
Do you have a streaming device?
Yeah.
Blammo! Your game is now synced. It's that easy.
Oh, boy.
To see if you can get synced, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield.
Syncmygame.com?
Syncmygame.com.
It's a new season. Get ready for more men's and women's college sports excellence. Trophies will be awarded in June to schools who take the top spot in the 2021-22 Learfield Directors Cup. The premier award recognizes one winning institution in all competitive divisions. Follow your favorite team's progress as seasonal standings are announced at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at directorscup.org. The crowning achievement in college athletics.
You're listening to the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Heat 3, way beyond the arc in Kansas.
With Coach Smith, here's Matt Chazanow.
All right, back here live talking ball here with Coach Smith as we've got the mountain schools coming in. We talked just a little bit about what it was like prepping for this week, but we touched briefly on Utah, big Colorado team coming in on Sunday. They actually played tonight against Oregon in Eugene, and I think that's probably part of rescheduling, and I forget who and who it was on and when and what, but they're playing the Ducks tonight. Big night in the Pac.
Okay.
UCLA, Arizona is
what time's that on?
8 p.m. Pacific, so those on the East Coast probably will miss it, but
yeah, oh Lord,
a little bit late.
That's
but
a good game, though.
yeah, really, really good game. And then tomorrow, Cougs Utes only showing in the league. That's it. Only show in town. Only one game in the Pac. Wednesday, Sunday split. You don't happen to have any strong opinions? Wednesday, Sunday, Thursday, Saturday.
I'd go Thursday, Saturday forever if we could.
Mm-hmm.
And Saturday afternoon.
Right.
Give me a Saturday. I like to have my Sundays.
Sure. Just personal.
Just because you end up you don't sleep that Sunday night, and that bleeds into Monday, and you're shorter week, and just your weekend's gone. You're stressed. Sometimes you get a little, it's done Saturday afternoon regardless, win or lose, and start preparing.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of routine.
Yeah.
When you say you don't sleep Sunday night, you're going after the game, you're going film, you're going getting ready for practice that week.
If you win, you're on a high. If you lose, you're in the dumps. It's just either way. It's like you're just wired. You're gonna just you got to kind of get your mind right. You'll replay a lot of the game. In your head. Well, at least I do. I think a lot of coaches probably that way. You just kind of get your adrenaline there, and after the game, you have your ways of
calming down.
Yep.
What's the best way to do it? Like, what's the West Coast Conference do? What's the Ivy League do? What's the best?
I know the worst way. I know the worst setup.
Tell me that.
That's the Ivy League.
Okay, what do they do?
There's a grueling 6-week test of back-to-backs Friday, Saturday.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, it's really hard.
In what location? How do they do locations?
So we have actually had a good – so you go play Cornell on Friday.
Ithaca, New York.
How'd
you get there?
Why? Well, this is nothing. This was the other teams. Bus. Everybody buses.
Okay.
So you could be Dartmouth, and it's a 6-hour bus ride. You go out Thursday, right? You play Friday night, Cornell. Win or lose. You're on that bus from Ithaca to New York City.
Oh, that's 5 hours.
4.5, 5 hours. With potential. This is January, February.
Ice.
Snow. Just bring it in.
For sure.
Get in like 3 in the morning.
Oh, you're getting beat
3,
up.
4 in the morning. And then we tip it off 7 o'clock Saturday night.
Wow.
And it's one of the huge home court advantage for Cornell. Saturday night, Cornell, Columbia have a huge advantage there. Wow. That's the best trip. But you like Harvard, Dartmouth, Brown, Yale. It's just and Penn and Princeton's pretty easy. But I was telling someone, because we're at St. Mary's, man, we watched 6 game films before each game. I mean, it was absurd. So that's what I know, right? So we'd play Friday my first year. I'd play Friday, watch a game Friday, but, hour and a half. Then I start digging in, watching game film, and it's 4 in the morning, time to go to bed, and then I'd just be done. And and then I was like, by year 2, it was Tylenol PM.
Just go to
2 beers.
Yeah.
if I can sleep it off and wake up and then do something,
feel better that day.
Yeah, honestly, it was like, okay,
just
it's your bed. Yeah, and then you just condense things, and you got to be ready because your guys are going to be. I remember we'd bus ride up to Hanover, New Hampshire to play in Harvard, and then you bring them in, you watch Keys and Personnel at 1 in the morning, and hey, sleep this. It's like.
And that's an academic thing. They're trying to.
Yeah, they've deviated a little bit, but I think it was like less missed class time. But I was like, as far as like physical health, not good.
Yeah,
a lot of injuries. As you might imagine.
Great.
And then they are stressed out. They're a lot of academic, but it was a grind. It was tough though. They're tough.
That is a tough way to do it. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's tough.
So basically, after that, shy of that, there's a lot of wiggle room, right? However you want to do it, Wednesday, Sunday, ideally.
Yeah. I think you like Thursday, Saturday, just kind of, you get Sunday off, prep that week instead of early. Like a Tuesday, Saturday is a funky week, but it happens. It's fine
for sure.
And then, the WCC got crazy because you're like. I remember this crushed us. I'll leave this alone.
All right.
So we're in the hunt, man. We're like 44 net. We're up there maybe my last year, maybe even higher. We got BYU on a Thursday on the road.
Okay.
And then we got Santa Clara on Saturday, and that's kind of long. And they Santa Clara didn't have anyone that week. It was like an off week.
They're just off. So you're in Provo on a Thursday, and you got to get over there. Yeah.
So we win, huge win. No one wins up there. Win. So now we got a chance here. Santa Clara was a decent ball club, but they're fresh all week sitting on us. And basically, you got to win this game to stay alive. That's what I say. Like the WCC is like, I guess we got to win this game to stay postseason. We lose by 2, and we just kind of broke. But it's like it's hard to get that one out of your craw. Like, who did the schedule?
Why'd we set it up this way? Yeah.
We got a chance here, and this is such a huge advantage for them. And
is it? And I don't say underrated, but that scheduling thing when you're talking about good teams trying to get into the dance, like do leagues they get a knack for setting things up in certain ways so that kind of disadvantage maybe won't happen in a tough situation like that.
That one should have been addressed.
Yeah,
hindsight, but it's like most leagues try to keep it equitable as far as like, hey, we're going to play Thursday, Saturday for the most part, and there'll be a Wednesday and a Sunday game. And there's a few. I remember when I first got in the league. I mean, SC got. I guess Andy said they got hammered like 3 times on the Wednesday, Sunday. Mm-hmm. And they're like on the road. They say, it's like you couldn't come back and that stuff. So I was like, yeah, that's not good.
There's less of that now, but there's
that's not. We really, I mean, and we can't even. We're doing that. You can't even talk about student athlete welfare.
Yeah,
I mean, you're going to keep them on the road from Tuesday to Monday, and
right.
And then we're going to be mad if they're not good academically.
Yeah, it's tough. Right.
It's like, hey, what are you doing? You guys are. I'm like, hey, I took a week off to go live in L.A.
Right.
and tutors.
Right. Yeah. Less of that. There was more of that, less of it now. But
yeah, it's good. I think it's probably better set up.
Yeah.
But had the disastrous
that's tough. That's it. Yeah, it's
name not be mentioned.
Why? What about Mountain West Air Force?
That was brutal. Brutal. We had Big Monday when I was there.
Uh-huh.
So everything was Saturday, Monday.
Interesting.
So you never had a day off.
Yeah, Mountain West Monday. Yeah.
So you never had a day off. It's the worst. You know what I mean?
Because you go through the week and then you've got the
you
week.
take Tuesday off, but when you take a week, that doesn't feel. You know what I mean? Like everyone's going to work and you're like trying to. It's just not the same.
Interesting.
So, and then I think 2 years in WCC, we got the Big Monday game, and we were doing the same thing. I just know that you just. That I should say that Friday, Saturday might have been better.
Yeah, in the Ivy League. Yeah,
Saturday, Monday, it was tough.
Interesting. All right, we're up against it. We'll take a break. We're live here talking ball with Coach Smith. We're in the football stadium.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics.
The airport connects Cougar fans and alums to 22 major centers throughout the West with over 50 daily departures to 22 nonstop destinations served by AHA, Alaska, Allegiant, American, Delta, Frontier, Southwest, and United Airlines.
Real-time arrival and departure flight information is available at www.spokaneairports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
You're listening to Cougar Basketball on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Have a question for Coach Smith? Send a tweet with your thoughts to Matt Chazanow using the handle @M_Chaz. That's M_CHAZ. Now, back to Zeppos.
We're talking ball with Coach Smith as we get set for the Mountain Schools, Utah and Colorado. There's an opponent preview billboard coming up later. We've done a little bit of just touched on Utah and Colorado. We've got a couple Twitter questions loaded up here.
Okay.
Phenomenal Coug. Always tunes in. Friend of the program.
No question.
In every way. Jennifer Delzer. She's fantastic. I think can
we give her our own little segment?
We should. I don't know why we would.
Delzer Minute?
We should. She's a huge part of football as well.
Can we sell that to Northern Quest? Sponsor it?
I think this all sounds very doable. This all sounds very achievable. I believe she is like Corvallis-ish based. But I don't
even better.
I think. Anyway.
Enemy territory. Let's go.
Yeah, so when coming off a long break, this is her question.
Yep.
Do you find you have to hype your team up at the beginning of a game or calm them down? Or is it different for different teams? That is interesting. Like, what's the
to be honest, I don't know. I mean, you kind of go by feel, how they start. I don't know. It could be quicksand. You could just start I'm concerned. I mentioned because I saw that score. I was like, man, San Diego State just walloped Colorado State. Then I was talking to someone who said, yeah, they're coming off a COVID break. And I was like, oh. I was like, no good. Yeah. Let's not talk about that. But you don't know. I mean, like I said, we came out and played Colorado on the road pretty well. And we missed a few guys.
Stanford USC thing also. That the Stanford was off a break and they beat USC.
Yeah, no, they did. So I just think it's flip a coin. No, it could. I think there's wide variance and it's tricky.
Can you tell in walkthrough like earlier that day, or is
no,
it? Yeah.
Absolutely not. I'll give you a couple of other things. No one's gonna think I'm any good, but. When we played UW last year, I think it was at UW. Did we beat them there last year? Yeah, we beat them pretty good. Our walkthrough was awful.
Interesting.
Just totally out screaming. I don't usually do that, but we weren't. Concentration was bad. We were just kind of came out and played great. And then there's a rule too. I don't ever go out for warm ups. Don't tell our guys this. No, they'll never know. I'm sure they're not watching. I don't ever want to hear how our warm up was.
You don't want to know.
Nope. Because I don't think it has any relevance to me. I just had too many times where, hey man, we worked out great, and then you get punched in the face, or hey, and they want to growl. Yeah, our warm up's terrible, and we go play well. So it's like you want to have a good warm up, you want to do things right, get their heads right, but everyone. And then I also there's another one. I was at San Diego, and this kid Sam Adamo, and someone told me it's he who's fallen asleep in the locker before the pregame coach. It was literally like that, and I was like losing on. I was like, my goodness. But then there was some sports scientist that was saying like that's perfectly normal.
Really?
Yep.
Just to calm.
Yeah, like calm or something, or breathing or something. I was like, all right.
Barry Sanders used to famously in the locker room, at halftime. You take a nap.
I owe an apology to Sam Adamo. Sam, if you're out there somewhere, I remember I snapped, but then this guy told me it's okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, gosh.
I haven't seen that too often. Now, I do that as a coach during film. I'm constantly just
nodding off.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to be calm, I suppose.
Yeah, there's definitely some. He played well that game, too, by the way. He had like 22 against Pepperdine.
Is that right?
Yep.
Amazing.
So
I do know that if you want to get way off topic, I'm under the impression that like midday naps at work in like Japan are encouraged. Like other countries are like, we think you're more productive when you're well rested.
I think that's well documented everywhere now. I don't think, honestly, like most.
Could you imagine you're rolling through Bowler, or your office is in Bowler, and you're getting prepped for a game, maybe Utah tomorrow, and you're just after walkthrough, and someone's conked out at their desk. Maybe that's okay. But in an office setting,
have you seen my office?
Yeah.
Have you seen that couch?
It's a very nappable couch. It's a very nappable.
I mean, there's a little electric thing where the feet come out.
Actually,
like this.
It's kind of inspiring. You might see me in your office taking a nap. It's not a bad idea.
I'll give you an instant. Like, we meet and practice. Go over 1:30 to 2. Practice at 2:30. That 2 to 2:15.
Conk out.
Just a little. You got to
get a power nap. 50, but not like 25, like 15.
I couldn't do the 25. But no, so you just kind of relax a little bit. Yeah. I think there's something to that.
Maybe the Bowler's a bad example, but like an office setting,
you
can't do that.
I think you could.
I think you should.
I think you should,
but I don't know that you
cubicle. Just put the cubicle.
Just put your head down at your desk and just.
I'd be a great manager. I'd be a great office manager. I'd be like, yo,
get your job done. Let it roll.
Yes.
You can't take a nap if the job's not getting done.
No, of course. And then we have
that's a discussion.
I know how the managers do that. They like,
here's a cup of coffee.
Chazanow, nap.
Right.
And then it's like
HR number one. Yep, that's
picture. Picture.
Right. Can you imagine not getting
Matt, we need to meet. We talk about your sales are a little sparse.
Your numbers are a little bit off.
I've got this visual evidence of you.
You've been sleeping on the job.
Well. And then Jared's like he's killing it, and he's like, hey man, you got to take more naps.
Right.
Like
you sleep more.
Good.
Yeah. All right. Let's take our final break. We'll come back. We're trying to stay awake here for the last 10 minutes of the show.
If I go down, just let me go.
It's productive.
Yes.
It's productive.
Well established. Yeah, it's all about tomorrow night.
Well established. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Final segment next.
Hey, Kook fans! Can't decide what to do with your late night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
The football playoffs are finally here. Time to get off the sidelines and into the all-new Turf Club Sportsbook. Straight bets, prop bets, parlays, and more. All in a modern game day lounge with plush recliners, food, and drink service. Don't just watch the games, get your piece of the action. Grab a few friends and huddle up now at Turf Club Sportsbook, the ultimate game changer. Only at Northern Quest.
This is the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Woo! Got my nachos, got my big TV, and my favorite chair. It's game time. But you know, the only thing that would make it a little better is if I could listen to my local broadcasters while watching the game.
Ah, hello. You must have wished for your game to be synced with TV and radio.
I sure did.
Do you have a DVR?
You bet.
Do you have a streaming device?
Yeah.
Blammo! Your game is now synced. It's that easy.
Oh, boy.
To see if you can get synced, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield.
Syncmygame.com?
Syncmygame.com.
This is Cougar basketball.
Flowers, step back three, hand in his face, he buries it. Williams to the right, bucket with a two-handed dunk.
Join us all season as Kyle Smith and the Cougs look to make some noise in the Pac-12 and beyond.
Babagidi all the way to the bucket for a skyscraper. Beats it. Gay with a tomahawk, puts it home, and the foul.
It's only on your home for Cougar basketball, the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome back to the show. Time now to look ahead at this week's game with the Coors Light Opponent Preview. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill.
Back here live, we're talking ball with Coach Smith as we get set for this one. So the opponent preview real quick.
Yep.
Utah comes into this one. They may or may not have probably their best player, Brandon Carlson, 7-footers, 15 points a game. Has had an appendectomy. Hasn't played since
You know what?
since
And
the
don't
Cougs played.
sleep on Utah. They've been playing really well. I watched their game down in Arizona. It was tied, and when they're shorthanded and Arizona's obviously playing really well. UCLA, they had a chance to last possession, had a chance to tie it.
That was a kind of a shocker. I mean, it just based on the way.
I just think they're well coached. I think Coach Smith, he's blessed with a great name. And
it doesn't happen to me.
It's a great coaching name, Dean. Dean, Greg, and myself.
I don't know a lot of other great broadcasters named Chazanow.
I haven't. You got a great. I wanted my mom's maiden name, Zagaroli. I'd be Coach Zag.
Zag.
Great.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I don't ignore them.
Yeah, right.
Done with them. Done with them. 20 years of hell. Let's go.
Well, could start up again at some point. I mean, I'm just saying.
We're trying. Maybe I don't think they'll play us.
May not be done. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we're trying.
Are you?
Yeah,
that's exciting. I mean,
yeah,
I think a lot of
No, that'd be great. They're great. I'd probably. It'd be nice to me. He actually offered me a ride on this PJ from from the Bay Area there. But they kind of got fogged in. I said,
"Oh, okay.
I'm going to try the commercial."
Yeah.
I made it home, so
got it. We don't have a chance to talk again at length. I don't want to get too ahead of it. The Buffs are about to tip.
Oh,
but really tight game in Boulder.
Yep.
Right? There's still a lot to unpack before their game, so we can't go too deep into it. But look, Batty, they
hurt us from three, and they don't usually shoot it that well. And Batty was great, so we got to do a better job on him.
Walker, he's a good player,
really good player, and we got to be tougher in that matchup. We did a great job first half, and Mo did a great job on him, and kind of got away from that matchup a little bit, and regret that a little bit. But I didn't start Mo's second half, and I don't know if I took him out of it a little bit mentally, and then Walker kind of got really aggressive and really played well and kind of took over that game.
Noah wasn't there for that one, so again, you didn't really have your full deal.
Ty played well.
Yeah, Ty scored a bunch. I think 25 is the number. How's Deshaun doing? What's
we're got some positive. Probably eye things get better.
Great.
Hoping to have him available for Arizona, possibly
a few weeks from now.
Couple. But
weeks
it's it was the doc looked at him today and thought it was progressive and had it scheduled. So that's
great.
Good.
That's great.
Yeah, we need him for those.
That's fantastic.
We need him. Period.
Yeah, for sure. He got popped in the eye in Salt Lake City actually against the Utes. I'm not going to put you on the spot for who's available. Do you know for sure who is available?
I think we're all good.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
I mean, yeah.
All right. When you hear the music, we got 60 seconds.
Right.
So that's coming up. We got to do NFL picks because we need to know.
I mean,
we already
how
know.
did I do last week? Too? I don't remember.
Oh,
I think I
would have to go back.
I think I had Cincinnati. I think I had the Chiefs.
Roble says 3 out of 4.
I had Cincinnati. I had the Chiefs.
Okay.
I had the Niners.
Yeah.
And I had the Bucks.
You had the Bucks. Who did that? Everybody. Brady at home. Everybody picked them.
I know.
Chiefs Bengals. Who do you got?
Chiefs.
So you're gonna have a Chiefs Niners Super Bowl.
Yep. You want me to pick that one too?
No, let's let it breathe a little bit, right? We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves.
I mean, I'm really rooting for Joe though, man. That dude's a cool cat.
Burrow.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But Mahomes pretty fun too.
Really good.
Yeah. It's just somehow people doubt the Chiefs.
Kind of a new era of QBs, right?
Yeah.
The younger guys.
Those old guys hung on for a long
Rodgers.
time.
Yeah,
Breeze.
Rodgers still great, but see where he plays. Hey, I want to thank Jerry Kylo for getting us on the air. I want to thank Jared Prankhuber for getting. He's the man behind the camera. Zach Burhans is back in studio. Thank you for this time as always, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
I'll
see you tomorrow for the shootout. All right,
Zeppos someday and maybe
Zeppos
never.
hopefully next week. You love our people at Zeppos. Hope they're all good, and hopefully we're back there next week.
Yeah.
All
right, great.
Thanks, guys.
Don't miss the mythic and emotionally charged hero's journey, Dune, starring Timothy Chalamet, Oscar Isaac, Jason Momoa, and Zendaya. Now available at Redbox.